Okay. All right. So we're recording this, and so this way you guys can see it. Okay. So I was asking Dawn before I started recording about how she's getting her reading in, because that's a challenge for me to know when. Because if I get up early, then it's usually to get my exercise in, and so then finding time during the day to read and energy awareness and alertness, is hard. So, Dawn, tell me again what you do for reading.
I do it in the car rider line, waiting for the kids to get out of school. Because Timothy is strapped in his seat and watching a show. I don't have to worry about what trouble he is getting into, and it's quiet. So we will.
That's an ideal time.
Yes, absolutely.
So what have you read this week?
I know I did the chapters that you had texted us to do. And then today I just did, what number is that? I think chapter 4.
Okay.
Starting on some of the lessons at the beginning. And so it was like chapter 4 or 5, I think, on the choices.
Okay.
Primary, secondary, and fundamental.
Okay. Anything stand out to you in that?
In the beginning, those first few lessons, I really liked how they have, he has you identify, the habits of disease. You have, the stress eating and, anything that you're doing that is not good for you. And then not just identify it, but come up with solutions how to keep yourself from doing it. Having those strategies, that's helped me out a ton this week.
Yeah.
Is just going through that and okay, well, I can easily do, A, B, and C to stop this. So
I watched Clubhouse.
Okay. Is it working? I didn't know that one worked. Okay. Is Brendan in there with you? Okay. Okay. I thought of a question. So let's talk again, because you've talked with me about it, but I think it'll be good to share as well. What has helped you with your meal planning this week? And you're doing maintenance now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you're using not really the meal replacements, but you're planning and preparing your meals. So talk about that a little bit. What's helping you this week?
Going through, the first thing I did was go through the lists that he has of, possible snacks and, the meal plans that he actually has, and going through and just getting ideas for snacks and meals. And then every day I have written down, okay, this is what I'm doing for breakfast for the, and then just planning all of my meals out for the day and having it written down on the counter in the kitchen. And it's been a lot easier to stick with it. And then also prepping my snacks for the whole week. So I can just go in and grab out, the bag of peppers that's already cut and measured out.
Yeah.
And so that makes it easy. Because that was one of my big things. I would choose unhealthy just because it was easy.
Right.
And so this way I've made it easy. So I've taken that excuse away.
Yeah. For sure. That preparation is key.
Mm-hmm. And having the kids hide their Easter candy. That has helped a lot.
Tell me where it is.
Yeah. It's mostly to keep the little one out, but
yeah,
it helps me not seeing it.
Yeah, it was hard today because on Sunday we gave the boys, and I won't do that again. Next Easter, we probably won't even buy candy. Like maybe one thing each, one chocolate bunny or something. And then just like a toy, like we got them little Nerf guns. But we gave them a ridiculous amount of sugar on Sunday. And Sunday night, of course, it was hard for them to go to sleep. And I was like, not again, So now I let them pick a couple of things out each day. But like you said, by the middle of the week, by Thursday, kind of that resistance starts wearing down. And it does get to be hard. I find that in myself too. I'm like, oh, okay, I want to keep seeing the scale go down.
Yes.
So I've undone the damage that I did over the weekend, but I want to, I still want to keep going down.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me what you think has has helped you the most in doing this challenge. Like, what has it done for you just in doing this challenge?
I think for me, getting back into the mindset of like focusing on the healthy habits, because I know when I was on like actually losing that weight initially and on the meal plans, it was very easy to stay into it. And I know some of the motivation was I just paid a lot of money for all of these meals. I'm going to stick with it. Um, and so once I'm, now that I'm not using the meal replacements, it's easier to just cheat on the healthy habits. And so getting back into the mindset of, no, this is important. This is, I'm wanting to pass this on to my kids, and I want to be healthy for them. Heaven knows I need as much energy as I can to keep up with the kids. So, um, and so that's helped me a whole lot. And just, especially going through the lessons in the workbook, it's really, like I said, that just identifying the bad habits and then coming up with solutions for them, and
Yeah.
figuring out how to do this on my own has helped a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, good. Chapters 14 and 15, I kind of jumped a little bit when I sent the text out this week. Chapter 14, I read and was actually a few months ago, actually stayed really interested in because it's about inflammation. And that was one thing I learned as I was losing weight, even on slow carb before I started this plan, was cutting the carbs out 6 days out of the week.
Mm.
And then having that free day, realizing how much I hurt again, because I was taking Tylenol 2 and 3, or ibuprofen sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, because my arms and legs ached so badly. And then to learn about inflammation and that the body's, to stimulate your body's alert response, and so that's what sends a lot of people into autoimmune disease and everything, because it keeps your immune system on alert all the time. So anyway, chapter 14 is really interesting, just about inflammation. Chapter 15, he talks about just habits of motion, and there's NEAT exercise, and that stands for, sometimes I know it and sometimes I can tell you what it's talking about. Let me see if I can remember what the acrostic, what it's. Anyway, I'll see it as soon as we get off. I'm feeling the pressure right now, so I can't see it. But the NEAT exercise is just stuff you do during the day, that like parking further away from the door, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, and just, consciously moving so that you can burn a lot of extra calories in a day by doing that. And then EAT is your EAT is your and I've read these before. Exercise activity thermogenesis. So that's your planned movement that's vigorous enough to improve overall fitness. Any activity performed deliberately to enhance the body's conditioning, ranging in intensity from a walk in the park to a triathlon. So anyway, just lessons about moving there. So, and then chapters 9 and 10 that I texted about, those are going to help us look forward to meal planning, portion control, options, and that's what you've been looking at this week, those snack options, things like that.
Yes.
So I'm excited for you that it's been good and kind of getting you back on track and keeping you on track, and it's helping me because I think we get comfortable. I get comfortable, like I lost, and then through the winter, I kind of maintained, kind of went up, kind of back down, but I'm not quite where I was last summer. And I've got capris I want to wear and shorts I want to wear. So this is kind of bringing me back in line to that distance. So something I'll probably post about at some point on Facebook, as I've thought about, it's a lot like a horse that's just been grazing out in the pasture. That is a broke horse, you know, he's trained, but to bring him back in and put that bridle back on, put that bit back in his mouth, he's going to resist that because he's been out getting to graze. But once you bring him back in and get him settled back into that discipline, then he'll do well, you know. So for me, I feel like that sometimes, like if I've just been out to pasture for a while,
Yeah.
just, being content to, you know, discipline's hard. Because we just, by design, I think we just want to let down. And so anyway, all right. Do you have questions about anything?
Not that I can think of at this point. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Does it help you to have the tracker?
It does, actually. I was thinking, you know, even after this is over, I'm probably still going to go ahead and use that because it makes it easy to keep track and just look and keep everything in one spot.
Right.
So and just check it every day. So I've found it very useful.
Good. Yeah, for me too. And just seeing the benefit of keeping that goal in front of you. Because if you don't have a goal in front of you, then you're aimless.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you move forwards toward, you know? So I'm soaking that in, you know, starting to really getting a handle on that. Thank you for coming tonight. I know you're an hour later than me and you're tired.
It's all good. Timothy's in bed, so this is easy time.
All right. Well, Dawn, thank you.
You are welcome. It's good talking to you.
You too. I'll see you again soon.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So I will schedule another meeting, probably Sunday evening, let's just say Sunday at 8, for those of you who couldn't be on tonight. If nobody can do that time, I'll try and find another time. And I'll reach out and ask if by watching the recording, if that's like being in the huddle, because I think you can still benefit some from just seeing some of the discussion. So I hope that this is good for all of you. It definitely is helping me walk the line. And I hope it's helpful. I'd love to hear from you how it's helping you. So hope you have a great night. Do some reading. I'm trying to figure out when the best time is to read. That's a hard thing for me. So I'm going to be working on that myself. And drink your water. Use your trackers. It's just a great way to stay mindful of those healthy habits throughout the day, you know, and throughout the week. That's what we're in this for. You know, it's a lifestyle. This is not just a magic program to just get the weight off and then we've arrived, then we're done. You know, it does help you get that weight off and that's wonderful, but you get that weight off and you feel better so that you can be active and continue making good choices so that you can continue living a healthy lifestyle. And so I just encourage you to use, you know, you've made the investment. The program will work for you when you work it. It just does. It's proven. It's designed. You know that it works. You remember those early days. And where we get into the challenge is when it's hard to. It's just I know for me, I just want to let down. But the problem when you let down, if you think I'm just going to do it this evening and I'll be right back on tomorrow, you know that's hard to do. And so just focus on your goal. If you haven't written your goal out on your tracker, think about what you want to accomplish. We still have 2 weeks, well, a week and a half left of this, but we're going to continue with another challenge I'm going to do it with all of my clients. And so we're going to have another challenge coming up. And we're going to continue. We're going to keep doing this. And I'd love to keep doing meetings like this, you know, so that you feel that sense of community, because there are about 22 around there. If so, imagine if we all got together in our little squares all over the screen, and we could see each other, we could hear each other's stories and be encouraged, and help each other troubleshoot and things like that. So I would love to continue this. So I'll schedule another meeting. Right now, I'm saying Sunday at 8. But text me, and I'll send a text out in case not everybody watches the video. But let me know if that won't work for you, and we'll, we'll talk a little bit more about how things are going for everybody. So y'all have a great night and a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.